What's good? Stormy B-Man, and I'm back with another Stormy B-Man's Briefs. This time the focus is on Jesse Bam Rodriguez, as his performance on Saturday, July 19th, proved he to be further elevating his status in the sport of boxing with a phenomenal win over unified fighter Phumela Cafu from South Africa. Bam entered this fight as one of the lower rated pound-for-pound fighters in the sport of boxing, but he proved with his performance here that his status should be much higher than other noted fighters with bigger names. But because we're talking about the super flyweights, those men are not necessarily considered. But I'm going to say this, and I'll continue to say it. I equate Bam as a modern-day Salvador Sanchez because he goes in there with the ability to break fighters down and make adjustments during the live action of the bout. His trainer, Robert Garcia, has him primed and ready for each and every fight, but he is also displaying a knack for being able to think on his feet. During the Cafu fight, he was able to eventually break him down, but Cafu started the fight off being extremely defensive, and as the rounds went on, he would slowly begin to open up and counterpunch the aggressor, who was Rodriguez, but often not using enough of a variety of punches. And so as Rodriguez began to assess what was in front of him, he began to utilize more volume and variety of punches himself. Early on, he wasn't able to get to Cafu easily because Cafu was throwing a counter left hook that when you come in, it's a shot that can really catch you at your disadvantage. You don't see the shot coming. But later, Bam began to utilize footwork that nullified that. I also like the opportunity that he took when he got Cafu in the triangle. He began to close the pressure on him by throwing body shots, uppercuts, and combinations of body shots and uppercuts, opening the man up. When he began to feel the heat of that, he would step out of those corners, but he couldn't box in the center of the ring because that's where the real advantage that Bam Rodriguez had was his footwork, being able to slide left, right, in and out, front and back. This was something that Cafu wasn't able to use in an advantageous manner when he's fighting in a defensive fight. I noticed also that Bam took a couple of solid shots from Cafu, who's a good puncher, and that was something that I was looking to see if he was going to be able to deal with that. But it was never any issue. He was able to take those shots with no problem. But he said that he noticed that Cafu was in there and he was going to be a tough opponent, and he knew he had pop, but he didn't expect him to go as many rounds as he did. The list of fighters that Bam has defeated now is pretty impressive. We're talking about Juan Francisco Estrada, Sonny Edwards, Soren Visai, and Carlos Cuadras. Later in this year, he has an undisputed title fight against WBA and IBF champion Fernando Puma Martinez, who is 18-0 with 9 KOs. That'll be on the November 22nd Riyadh season fight that'll be headlining with David Benavidez and Anthony Yard. Also along with Devin Haney facing Brian Norman Jr. That's going to be a dynamite card for all involved. Rodriguez's manager and trainer, Robert Garcia, thinks that a fight against Junto Nakatani could also be in the works. And it's something that he could move up and wait for that opportunity, and boy, would that be a fight, because both men kind of reflect similarities in their abilities as they approach fights in the ring. But Bam is really something special, and I look forward to any time he steps in the ring because I'm always impressed. This is Stormybman. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.